Ow. Alright, we'll do orange stained glass panes. Wait. Oh. Oh, Black Betty. Bam, lamb, oh, Black Betty. Betty had a child. Bam, lamb, oh, Black Betty gone wild. Bam, lamb, oh, Black Betty gone wild. Alright, let's put half of these towards. Ew. That feels wrong. Damn, I can't shift click for shit today. Fuck. Damn, I actually had the perfect amount. God damn, that shit is perfect. How the hell did I do that? Damn, I didn't know we had a goddamn hyena in the house. Oh shit. Alright, I think we're gonna... Let's get to work on designing again. And then we're gonna grab these. I want them. Okay, we want like a curved roof thing, because like that's Japan's whole shebang when it comes to architecture. Is they kind of have weird their roofs sure aren't convex. I'm thinking, yeah, no, bitch. Let's go like fucking. I don't even know at this point. Let's go 2 high there, and 3 high. Hey. I'm calling the bullshit immediately.
Started an online relationship.
Oh, right. Now I get it. They were friends. People send $250,000 to friends on the internet that they've never actually met all the time. I mean, that's a super common thing.
I probably sent him money every week to 2 weeks for probably a good solid 6 to 8 months. I cashed in a couple life insurances, and I cashed in my retirement fund, and I sent him 100% of the money.
Wow, what an idiot. What's even more shocking is that this kind of thing happens all the time. For all the people who love the Tinder swindler, this video comes from a channel called Catfished. Catfished is a channel that makes weekly videos on all the people who don't know how to do a reverse image search on Google and end up getting scammed by the 2023 version of a Nigerian prince. Basically, these people get baited into thinking that they're in a relationship by bots on websites like Instagram, and once the person is hooked or thinks they're in love, the scammer starts finding reasons to ask for money. Though I don't know how this is not obvious, all of these scammers do the same thing, which is put up a photo of someone who is attractive and give validation to someone who is way below their number.
I saw her on a Ukraine date. She always told me that I was handsome, distinguished.
And she said I sounded interesting, and I thought she was interesting, and she was really pretty, you know.
To me, he's just a very attractive man. And it was nice to have somebody that looked like that think that I was pretty.
Yeah, this guy who's like in his late 20s and goes to the gym is going to go out with a mouth-breathing obese woman in her 50s. How is this not an obvious red flag for a scam? I guess maybe that's how they get people hooked, because they end up thinking, this is the only person who will find me attractive. Or some of these people are really just gullible, like this woman, who thought she was actually talking to Johnny Depp.
And the next thing I know, I got this picture sent to me with me in the frame, and he's holding the picture. And I'm like, what the heck? How do you do that? You know, I'm like, how did that happen that quick? In my heart, this is Johnny Depp. This has got to be.
I can imagine that the second the show host looked at this very obviously photoshopped picture, they started laughing their asses off.
I've done graphic art myself.
They actually featured 3 different women on this channel who thought they were in a relationship with Johnny Depp. Anyway, this is Sarah, our main topic of this video, who's been married to her pushover husband for 22 years. She has her gamer girl headset, she's quirky.
My husband is very supportive with all my weird, crazy wackiness. I'm just quirky and weird.
And for some reason, she has a husband who is completely okay with being cheated on.
Do we let other people in our sex life? No. Would he be open to it if I did? If I wanted that? Probably, just because that's how he is. Would he do it? I don't think so.
What a way to justify the horrible actions that you've done. But what I think this video with Sarah shows best is how people always pay the consequences of their dishonesty in some form or another. Whether that's some elite constantly having to look over their shoulder because of all the people they've screwed over, or it's some chick who hid a relationship from her husband and ended up liquidating her life savings so she could give it to a scam artist. Bad behaviors will eventually bring negative consequences into your life, especially if you repeat them a lot, which is why it's nice to have checks and balances against your bad habits. A primary one being the opinion of the person that you're in a relationship with. Speaking of smelling great, have you heard about Reed Street Soap? Reed Street Soap is a company that strives to make you smell good with the best possible ingredients. For the fall season, there are all kinds of new products like the Pumpkin Spice Soap or the Lumina Soap. You can also try classic favorites like the Day at the Beach Soap or the Arctic Wave Soap. Not only that, but Reed Street Soap sells candles as well. There's a pecan pie candle and a coffee mug candle. Check out Reed Street Soap by clicking on the first link in the description and use the promo code SPOOKY to get 1 free soap when you buy 2 candles. Anyway, obviously Sarah has no respect for the man that she's married to, as she straight up lied to him from the beginning.
Brian supported all of Sarah's hobbies and interests. He even agreed it was okay for Sarah to have friendships with strangers over the internet.
I talk to people online. It's not a new thing. I don't think it is wrong for somebody to have relationships of both sexes.
Yeah, sure. You can have friends on the internet. What's the big deal with that? Except it was very obvious based on the messages that they were showing in the video that this scammer was saying stuff that was clearly trying to push Sarah into a relationship. The amount of gaslighting from Sarah in this episode is insane.
They never video chatted, and Sarah is still claiming she was never in love with John.
I guess you could be romantically interested in someone yet not be in love, but you would have to be a complete idiot to read messages that say I love you and say, gee, I have no idea what's going on here. I don't feel that way. He's just a friend. Whether Sarah is oblivious or not, she is certainly quick to say that her secret relationship partner is attractive.
Obviously, he was easy on the eyes, blue eyes, brown hair. He looks like he probably works out quite a bit. Nice, like, six-pack. To me, he's just a very attractive man.
He's in shape, he looks masculine, and he's a man in uniform. She was so into this friend that she was willing to drive 8 hours just to see him.
Now he's in the United States, and I said, you're close enough, like you're 8 hours away from me. Why don't I take a road trip? I can take a road trip. I can take some time. I have time off. We can meet some.